Okay, let's try this. This is my sketchbook from my trip to Mumbai in January 2026. Tried a lot of pens and pencils, and I did bring more paints than just that. Did I use all the pencils? Maybe not, but a good few. Travel sketches, Dublin Airport, Brendan. First day of sketching at Matunga Market. Yeah, they were unloading the bananas from the truck. And then we went inside Matunga Market with all sorts of interesting fruit and kind of very obliging merchants who were quite happy to be sketched. This one still at Matunga Market. I got a bit tired, so yeah, this guy, I made him look about 20 years older than he was, but hey, there you go. I was happy with the bananas though. And this was at Calagoda, which was our meeting point every day, and I would go in early so I wouldn't have to face too much traffic, and I then had time to do a bit of sketching before everybody else arrived. So there was the water tank which delivers water to some of the apartments, and kind of a little hut here that was actually used by a cobbler, and that was before he arrived in the morning. And we went to Cross Maidan or Oval Maidan, I can't remember which now, but anyway, we did some blind contour drawing. We discussed how to approach drawing these crazy beautiful buildings. I think this one is the Western Railway headquarters. I really enjoyed the pink pencil. Yeah, I did. And yeah, amazing. Georgian buildings in Dublin are not half as exciting now. But yeah, I'll get over that. Here we were figuring out how to create layers in the view, and this is the result of that exercise, using different values to separate the layers. And another day we practiced watercolors and how to mix complementary colors, how to create grays, and we had the LTB, load the brush, very important, and how to mix darks and how to create more interest in darks. And this was at Crawford Market, just the fruit section, and all the merchants, all the vendors were very obliging. You know, they had a few sketchers kind of facing them and looking at them with such intensity, and they just kept on working and happily being sketched. This guy had a much little quieter corner. I quite liked his pose. And he was selling pomegranates and some citrus fruit. Yeah, without the language I couldn't really find out what was what. But another morning sketch, the David Sassoon Library at Calagoda. And that day we went to Banganga Tank, and there was lots of temples, and I just loved drawing the scene and painting it. It was just such an energy to the place. Absolutely loved it. Then we went to the Dobigat, the open air laundry at Banganga, a much smaller version than the big famous Dobigat, but still I just loved how those little machines were there they were basically manual spinning machines, I don't know what you call it. Put the clothes in the middle, turn the wheel like here, put all your weight into it, and then the water would come out here and then move down the path. So there was water everywhere. Another day we were practicing drawing people in action, so we went to a little food lane, a cow galley, And yeah, I was kind of, yeah, the vendors or the staff were interesting, but I was more interested in the customers and the, you know, the chats and the body language between them. This had been done in the classroom. Yeah, it's much easier to draw people in the classroom than on the street, but still. Yeah, this couple, there was something going on. He was very intense and she was very withdrawn. So I think he was trying to persuade her to marry him or stay with him. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed sketching them. Oops, I missed the page. Oh yeah, I got tired. When I got tired, I'd draw hands like crab claws. And then I picked up a bit of energy again. It was a group of friends there chatting away. This was at Old Man's Hamlet. We were just following the line, trying not to draw everything, just to draw what interested us. This case, a little kitten and a little hen that appeared. And I kind of noticed the security cameras as well, and some beautiful buildings, some beautiful detail in the railing, but I just didn't have the patience to draw the whole railing. Just one bit was enough. More sketching in the Old Man's Hamlet, kind of a Portuguese village, so I was interested in the architecture and the Tata satellite dish, and then behind that house there was this huge building of corrugated iron and tarp, I don't know, and then there was another house facing the well. Got very tired, went to sit with Astrid, we had a good laugh, and then I started drawing again, decided to move things around, so just basically combined all the elements, some beautiful ornate ironwork on some doors and windows and motorbikes everywhere. And that was kind of an afternoon of quick sketches, about half an hour at each location. So we went to the GPO, much more grand building than our GPO in Dublin. And yeah, I loved the trees. They had a line of red and a line of white at the bottom to protect them from pests. And there was these yellow boys. I don't know what they meant, but I saw a few around. No idea. I should have asked. I didn't. Still on that same afternoon, it was actually Republic Day, 26th of January, so crowds in the city were mad. We went to CSMT station. Don't ask me what it stands for. I call it Victoria Station, much easier. You know, kind of man sitting on the bike, people crossing the street, and a little bit of the building. Try to do a bit more of that mad building. Yeah, it was good fun. And following day, this is the cobbler at Calagoda, and this was he takes all his stuff out of his little cabin. So shoes, he had kind of a block and a hammer, and he had an old pedal sewing machine inside. Yeah, that was a nice moment. And then we went to Chore Bazaar. I think the brief was to break out of the box, and of course I just go, what box? And I just draw like I draw. And yeah, we did lots of vignettes first. So people were selling things like from tennis rackets to ornaments, suitcases, stereos, all sorts of things. And then I did a more finished sketch of the alleyway. Just kind of went. He was selling metal gold coins and knives and forks, all sorts of things. Yes, and I drew him without a chair, but you know, hey, why not? Another day we went to Worley, Kuriwada, a fisherman's village, and we were to draw vignettes kind of around the alleyways, capturing everything that caught our eye basically. Initially, I was working with minimum supply, so just a pen and a grey marker, but then colour pencils just can't help coming into the equation. So it's lovely, enjoyed it. There was some more done at Worley. This is a lady that she was happy to pose for me, and her son got up. He didn't want to be in the picture, I think. And lots of little details, like little chilies and lime kind of hanging at the front of somebody's house. And yeah, people carrying things. One night we were talking with the young lady who was accompanying us, and she says that Salah is how you say let's go in Marathi. Salah. And yeah, more from the alleyways around the area there. Got a bit lost in this one, but yeah, got some advice from Zainab, and it helped me retrieve the page, so that was good. Then we had a local rapper gave us a performance. His outfit alone was worth it. He played his grandson was playing the drum. So yeah, it was lovely to sketch them. I think this was our last day. We went to a chawl area where basically water is turned on a couple of hours a day, so everything focuses on the water. So there's a tap and there's all these containers to keep the water going for the day. Everybody does the laundry, cleans the house, cleans the streets, and yet this whole way of living is being now overshadowed by big high-rise blocks kind of rising all around them. I think this was the final sketch in this sketchbook. This lovely elderly gentleman was just happy to sit there and be drawn while a young woman was looking from above. So that's it. More to come.